Because I did a pivot with a company that I founded, I often get into conversations with other entrepreneurs about how to do a pivot, which means how do you change your strategy midstream? So why would you want to change your strategy midstream? You might want to do this if you find that the product that you've built actually doesn't serve the market that you thought it would, that you're in completely the wrong market, that you have maybe the totally wrong product, or that you have a great product, but it's just for something completely different than you thought it was. So a pivot is really a radical shift in the way you're operating your business and your business model. The first thing you need to do to execute a successful pivot is make sure the data supports your change in plans. You've got to have a pretty solid foundation based on the feedback that you're already getting from your existing customers in your market, as well as additional research about the market that you want to go into that supports the pivot. Make sure this is on a firm foundation. You're going to get the opportunity to do this, but you're not going to get too many opportunities to pivot again and again and again. So you want to really be thoughtful before you go into the pivot. The second thing you need to do is get buy-in from all of your stakeholders. And that is really, really important because a pivot can be scary. And if people start to pull back and not support you through that change, you're going to have a problem. So who are these stakeholders? You need to get your board on board. You need to get all your investors on board, your existing customers, your vendors, anybody who's involved in your company and in your ecosystem that's going to be affected by the change. You have to make sure they understand why you're doing it, and if they don't necessarily agree with it, that they're okay with it and they understand that you think it's the right thing to do and they're going to support you. The next thing you need to do is communicate. You've got to communicate. You have existing customers out there. Some of them, I can guarantee you, they're not going to like what you're going to do. There's going to be a small but probably really, really vocal minority that's going to be upset with you. The more you can communicate up front about what's going to happen, you tell them what's going to happen, you tell them after it's happening, and then you tell them again once it's happened, the better chance you have that you're going to get through that pivot smoothly and keep everyone happy. The final thing about doing a pivot is you've got to be bold. People are going to tell you not to do it. There's a lot of fear around really changing your strategy. But if you've done your research, you've gotten buy-in from everyone, you've communicated with everybody, you've set it up properly, and you're convinced it's the right direction, then that's the time to really go for it and give your business a chance to be successful in your new direction.